What's happening? What's happening? We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's get it. We just trapping on a Friday, man. I hope everybody's doing good. Having a great morning. We in the building. Let's get it. TGIF. Yes, sir. Y'all give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds lovely. Shout out to Miss Etta Lockhart, Michael Lockhart, the Lockhart family in the building. Miss Patrice Langford in the building. Raymond Solis, Tom Downey, Burner Account in the building. Jay Worthy. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. Let's get this content out to the masses. Everybody hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Y'all know what we trying to do here. We just trying to beat up the algorithm like Dak beat up the Eagles every day. You understand? That's all we trying to do. I appreciate all the love and support. Let's get it. We in the building today, man. Shout out to B. Bird, Metris Adams. You know what I'm saying? Steven Harrison, Dwayne Brown in the building. Thomas A. Garrett. Scott Ricks in the building. What's happening? Mr. Justin Kitchens on Facebook. Shout out to the Facebook squad, man. Y'all already know what time it is. You already know that, Mr. Thomas A. It ain't no damn credit on no Friday. We don't get down like that in the trap, sir. We do not. But before we go further, we must make sure that these haters doing exactly what they was put on God's green earth to do. And that's hate. Y'all already know how we get down. Let's get it. Yeah. Hit that like a shell for the squad. Let's go. Yeah.
Money in my face. Hey. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Let's get it.
Ain't no looking back. Came a long way.
Fried Fish Fridays, baby. You already know it, Miss Regina. Miss Gina in the building. Shout out to everybody rocking. Fried Fish Friday. The plates in the back, you understand? Let's go. Hey, shout out to Jameson Taylor, John Cofield in the building. What's happening? Let's go. Yeah. Hit that like and share for the squad. Let's get it. Hey, okay. You know we gotta trap it out on the Friday, man. Y'all know that. Y'all know this. Let's go. Let's get it. Shout out to Action Power, Big Dallas 8604 in the building. Let's get it. We just had to make sure them haters was on their job, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. We in here this morning, man. Hey, we in here this morning, man. We in here this morning. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you, you are in the trap, sir. Yes, sir. I promise. Make no mistake about it. I hope everybody's having a good Friday. You know, they say, thank God it's Friday. Hey, thank the Lord, you know. We got us another weekend here, man. We needed this. It was a tough week for me, but we made it to the end thanks to, you know, everybody support that we had that helped us get through, you know what I'm saying? You know we love them haters, man. But I was trying to make sure, was that a bird? Was it a plane? What was it? Oh. That's just nefarious news, of course. That's all, you understand me? Let's get it. Let's see what Mike McCarthy was talking about on this interview. Let's get it.
Is it going to be...
What's the plan?
Hey, you got to watch reporters like that, man. I know y'all might have didn't hear, but he asked Mike McCarthy, what is the plan at tight end? This man might need to get patted down next time he enter the trap. I don't know what he doing. You gonna just flat out ask the man what's the plan? You know we ain't giving nothing like that away. Did you see how smooth Mike McCarthy answered that? And the way he looked like, what? You know Mike McCarthy done been interrogated before. We already know that, man. Where my Law and Order boy? Mike McCarthy done been interrogated before, but let's continue.
Nation, are you, as someone kind of pulling ahead, is there kind of, without getting into the schematics of it?
Well, I'll say this. I don't think you can ever have enough tight ends. I say this all the time. You know, tight end and linebacker body types are important to the design of the football team. I think when you have a vision of what you want your team to look like, it's a position of great flexibility. Definitely translate to being primary players on special teams. So, yes, they all will have roles because it's a long year. We got to be, creative and specific of how we use each and every one of them. That's part of our schematic outlook that, that we put the work in as a staff. And, yeah, so I see all those guys contributing.
Are you looking at somebody to take that role that Dalton served last year? This is my point.
Well, I think, Dalton's production obviously jumps out of it. I think clearly it'll be the combination. It's a very young room. I think we all recognize that. But, if you ever had a chance to be around them all day, they would get you excited, just the way they approach the game.
Mike said they'll get you excited. He ready for them. He said, don't make no mistake about it. These young boys coming in ready to play. I love it.
Lunda does an outstanding job. The subculture that he has in the tight end room has been extremely productive. Dalton's success is it reflects that room, and Dalton was the leader in that room. But it's been cool to watch these guys really take this opportunity. I think it's gonna. If we just stay healthy, I have no concerns.
Man, Mike said we have no concerns if we can stay healthy. I love it. Trap. So I know a lot of us was a little concerned with the state of the tight end because it's a young room, but I was encouraged to hear what Mike McCarthy said, saying that it seems like they took on this challenge, and even though Schultz is not here, Lunda Wells is working these guys up and got them up to par. And he said if you be around them, you will be excited too. So Mike McCarthy is ready. It seems like Siri want to hate on me, but let's see what she says. Please stop. Okay, I dismissed her. For all the Apple computer people, somebody help me out and let me know how to disable that lady, because I get tired of her interrupting me and all in my business now. But I love to hear that it was some good news coming out on the tight end, and you know what I'm saying? Mike McCarthy says he's excited, so if the play caller is excited, he was the one that picked Luke Schoonmaker and all of that, so hopefully Mike McCarthy has a plan. I do trust that he knows what he's doing and knows exactly how he wants his offense to look. So let's continue.
Off the top, how fast is Brandon Cooks?
You saw it. It's great. It's beautiful.
Man. How many adjectives you gonna say? Dak Prescott? Like, he came in making sound effects. It's beautiful. You seen it. Dak talking real aggressive and confident, in my opinion. It seems like Dak was just ready to just burst out and just say all kind of stuff about Brandon Cooks. Everybody is raving about this young man, man. I cannot wait to see exactly what he is on the field. We already know what he's capable of, but it's going to be different. You know it's going to hit different when you see him do it with that star on his head. We already know that.
The most watched, the most hated. Y'all don't like us, but y'all tuning in every Sunday.
Y'all know it's going to hit different when he do it with that star on his helmet. But Dak just couldn't help himself. He just said all kind of adjectives about this young man. You seen it. He's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, real speed, runs the same way every time. I think that's the most important thing is when you have speed like that, for him to be able to do that every play, every route, the start of every route. The cornerback's defense, they don't know what they're getting because he makes it all look the same. And yeah, as I've said before, he's thankful he's here.
He said he makes it all look the same. Now, that's something that most receivers want to do. That's a different kind of level of, elite. Because a lot of receivers, they can run routes, but when you make them all look the same, that's a different level of deception. The cornerback don't know what to look for. If every route looked like a go route, especially when you got speed like Brandon Cooks, these boys are peeing down their leg at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Trap.
At that point, they are shaking in their boots because the number one thing they want to go into the game about is saying that, hey, I don't want this dude to catch the ball on the top of my head. I don't want him to run by me. So they are playing 5 to 10 yards off automatically. But if you can be Brandon Cooks and run the full route tree like they've been raving about, man, that's a great advantage because they already got to give him a certain amount of respect because of his speed. They giving him respect off the back. And then when you think about how great of a route runner he is, how good he get in and out of his breaks, that's finna be exceptional for this wide receiving core. And we already understand the type of leader he's been in the locker room already, taking a lot of people up under his wing. They say him and Jalen Tolbert been spending a lot of time together, and that's a great sign for Mr. Jalen Tolbert. I love it, y'all.
Trap.
Shout out to HTM Sports in the building. He says underrated route runner with game-breaking speed. Cuz gonna get 800 to 1,000 yards on accident. Man, talk to him. Talk to him. I don't think they understand this. And then he got a quarterback like Dak Prescott with another weapon like CeeDee Lamb over here. See, this is why I said, when you remember when we was talking to West Coast, man. Shout out to West Coast Cowboy. When he was saying that he wasn't sure of nobody else, what made me sure of CeeDee Lamb was we just seen CeeDee do this alone. Now you give him a Robin to his Batman. When you give him a number 2, a real legitimate number 2, the sky's the limit for CeeDee because he was doing it alone. Now you took some of that load off of his back. I think everybody should be bullish on what this wide receiving core about to do, y'all. I'm telling you. Telling you. Miss Elder Lockhart said, please don't be stealing in the trap, man. I hope y'all ain't stealing. Please, I told you, I'm trying to beat up this algorithm exactly how Dak Prescott does the Eagles year in and year out. So y'all help your boy get over the hump. I'm trying to make sure this content get out to the masses. So all I ask is for a free like. It is free. It doesn't charge you anything, I promise. But I can't wait to see this connection. I feel like they already got chemistry. Everybody heard about the 60-yard dime that Dak dropped off to Brandon Cooks. So I cannot wait to see these boys cut these defenses up all year long, man. I can't wait.
What do you plan to do with the break before training camp starts? And with the system being a little different this year, will it require you to go through it a little bit more maybe than you have in the past to be where you want to be with it?
Yeah, for sure. Just as you said, changes, having more detailed in things and wanting to be on top of that, making sure that I can call it out when young guys ask me. Just in my book, really. Obviously, I have some throwing session as I always do. Looking forward to it. Obviously, get away for a little bit, but just the way that we've ended this mini camp, it's been good, and a lot of excitement just to get back to it and get to compete against these guys in camp.
I love it. That's exactly what you want to hear. You see, your players still working outside of the normal work time. Dak already said, I'm sure I'm going to get some throwing sessions in. You know?
Trap.
Hey, I know that might seem typical, but everybody's not using their free time doing more work. This is just the mindset of your Dallas Cowboys, of your leader, Dak Prescott, who always getting scrutinized for no reason, but he just withstands all of the hater and the nonsense masterfully, I feel like. And you never see him get out of character. That's exactly what you want to see from a leader. You never see the pressure getting too much for Dak Prescott, even in the pocket. And he's had a pretty bad line in pass blocking for the past few years. He still just take it on. He still takes it on with no problem. And I think everybody, y'all gonna get it this year. Them haters, they gonna get it this year, I promise you. I think Dak got something cooking for y'all. Because is it me, or do it seem like Dak talking with a little more attitude these years? Like this year. It seemed like Dak got a lot more, like, what can I say? A lot more, I can't think of the right word I want to say, but it just seemed like Dak is kind of like he ready to make a statement this year. Every time I hear him in the interview room, Dak like, yeah, he's speaking with a little more smartness, a little more wit in his interviews. It seems like Dak is a little cocky to me, Regina. Like, I don't know. Bravado. Like, you could just see it. Like, Dak is a little different this year. And it started on one of them first interviews like I was talking about. Like, Dak seems a little tad bit different this year. And I love it. I think this is exactly what we need from Dak. I don't think nice Dak is going to get the best out of this team. I think we need arrogant, let me show you some Dak. That's what I think we need. Trap. I think we need Dak to let them know that he's him again.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them.
You know?
I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Dak need them let these people know who he is. And because, like I said, this gives you the mindset of a person who been falling on the soil for far too long. That's what it feel like to me. It feel like Dak Prescott has had it up to here with the national media and all of the naysayers and the unbelievers saying this and that about him. And now he's finally finna show y'all. He's like, look, I don't have to take no bullets for nobody no more. I don't have to be the nice guy who wants everything to go well. Basically, last year, y'all, when you think about it, Dak Prescott was basically the mediator between Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy last year. Trap. This man had so many hats to wear. He had to be the mediator between his homeboy Kellen Moore and his head coach. He had to be the leader of the locker room. He had to lead the offense. He had to dodge and tightrope around all this media circus. He had to do all of this at one time. And that is a day in the life of Dak Prescott. And now it feels like he's like, hey, some of this weight and some of this stuff is lifted up off of me. Now I could just do me. And I'm finna show these boys who I is.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
I feel that. That's the type of vibes I feel, Miss Sheila. Like, no lie, I kind of feel it. It's like I've been taking the bullet for everybody. I've been falling on the sword. Now it's time to really show y'all what time it is. That's exactly the kind of attitude that I get out of Dak Prescott these days. I cannot wait. Bam. Shout out to Patrick O.C. Walker. He said highlights from day 2. I didn't talk about this yesterday, so I'm just going over it. Brandon Cooks turned on the Jets and got behind double coverage on a go route, and Dak Prescott dropped in an absolute dime to hit him in stride for 60-yard touchdown. It begins. We talking about this chemistry, y'all. We talking about this chemistry, y'all. And I don't think Dak Prescott get enough props on that end. It didn't take Dak no time to gel with Amari Cooper, did it? Nope. It didn't take Dak no time to gel with Cedric Wilson. Cedric Wilson was coming off an injury like the last 2 years. He jumped in and produced. It didn't take Dak Prescott no time to gel with Randall Cobb, did it? No, it did not. Dak is finna hit the ground running with Brandon Cooks just as he did with the others. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. See, this is the stuff that you ain't gonna hear on the mainstream platforms, man. They wanna piss you off. They want the clickbait. I'm telling you the truth. How long did it take Dak Prescott to gel with Randall Cobb? No time at all. Them boys hit the ground running. Randall Cobb had the best year he had in like 3 years with no type of prep, with no prep at all. Soon as he got implemented into this offense, them boys hit the ground running. Randall Cobb really supposed to have a 1,000-yard year that year. Then look at Cedric Wilson. No type of time to jail. It was on soon as he got on the field. And then you take that into account that Brandon Cooks got that type of history himself too. Brandon Cooks, everywhere he stepped, everywhere he set his foot at, Brandon Cooks go produce the same year. This is what he do. This is one of his character traits. So now you going to tell me that a quarterback like Dak that catches on fast, that I already know how to gel with his receivers on the fly, do you think it's going to take time for these boys to gel? I'm going to tell you right now, these boys finna hit the ground running. I'm telling you. Don't buy into that, oh, it's going to take time, this and that. Not with Dak. Dak is good like that, bro. He's not. It don't take him time to gel with these wide receivers. He is going to have it on point. Then you give him a way easier scheme. You give Dak a way easier scheme where he ain't got to sit up here and wait on the receiver to read the defense too. Man, this is finna be ugly. It's finna be scary hours for these haters. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait. I see Dak having a great year, man. I see Dak having a great year. With real common sense, smart play calling, give me my QB all day long. Brandon Cooks on the dot from 4. Dak can throw any ball. Any ball. He ain't say some of them. He said any of them now.
Trap.
Patrick No. C. Walker says the two are finding a fast chemistry. That is the greatest news we could have had. Sometimes these moves don't work out, but you can't say that much on the Dak Prescott, can you? What I told you. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. You got a good quarterback who does stuff like this on the fly, who adapts well, who can bring on receivers up under his wing. Now watch the type of year that Jalen Tolbert have, or whoever the wide receiver 4 is. I guarantee you they gonna ball too. Watch what I tell you. Them boys gonna ball too. See you in. I said what I say, Miss Patrice. Privilege is invisible to those who have it. You've been a contestant. You've been a contestant of the playouts every year under Dak Prescott when he's healthy. You just get that by default. So make no mistake about it, man. Don't let the mainstream media and the haters and all of those goofies, like Boss Cowboy say, them goofies trick you and think that your quarterback ain't like that when he is. And he finna show you this year. Watch what I tell you now. I cannot wait, man. I'm so ready for this year. See, shout out to Cowboy Nation CP on Instagram. Mike McCarthy was quoted to John Machota says, the only way to get there is to make them own the offense. He's done a really good job on taking ownership of that. Now, look, I made the argument yesterday that Dak Prescott has always been that kind of guy. Like, when I can't name a time when Dak wasn't like assertive in him owning the offense. As a rookie, Dak was making all of the checks. It looked like he was basically Peyton Manning or somebody out there, real talk. I'm talking about pre-snap. I'm not talking about his whole overall performance. But even Dak as a rookie was making all the reads, all the checks, just like he was Peyton Manning or somebody at the line of scrimmage. And I feel like with the timing-based system and stuff like that, the digit system, it took away from Dak doing stuff like that. It took away from Dak on the improv type vibes. It took away from that as well. But I think you're finna see all of that return this time around with Mike McCarthy calling plays. But he goes on to say that Mike McCarthy also mentioned that he is looking for a Hall of Fame type quarterback. Ah, man.
Trap.
Man, y'all forget that Mike McCarthy he was regarded as a quarterback whisperer. This is what he did. Now, when you get a real seasoned person that can work with Dak Prescott and really be that voice in his head from the sidelines, knowing exactly what he want to do, he's not talking about, hey, what you want to do or what you think we should do. No goofy stuff. Mike McCarthy and Dak Prescott going to be on the same page, and I'm telling you, that's the best position for us to be in as a football team. I cannot wait. Bam. Now, shout out to Dallas Daily on Instagram. It says, Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy on Cowboys Kelvin Joseph, who is playing nickel. I think this is the best stretch for Kelvin since he's been here. There's nothing he can't do physically, but now has a greater understanding. Instincts taking over. Nickel also making him a better on the outside. Hey, that's a good report for your boy Kelvin Joseph.
Trap.
Now, I did see Patrick No. C. Walker on Skywalker Steel show the other day, and No. C. pretty much said he didn't see this from Kelvin Joseph. But hey, I ain't no telling. It's kind of conflicting reports. You know, he is an insider, so respect to him. But I might go with Mike McCarthy word on this one. You know what I'm saying? So Mike McCarthy say he's seen it. Hey, I'm going to go with Big Mike on this one. But that's a good report from Mr. Kelvin Joseph. Don't it seem like since they came on here with the three amigos, everybody getting glowing reports all of a sudden, you know? Trap. It seems like when you come on Cowboys Uncut, you know what I'm saying? You going to end up being good. You going to get some more reps with the first team and all that, man. Y'all better come through now. Am I right or wrong? Like every single time, it seems like all we been hearing is good stuff from Toba, good stuff. Well, Izzy was already good, but good stuff from Toba and good stuff from KJ. What he said, righteous living righteous, cause how you living? Oh, you talking to somebody else. You know, he always say he living righteous. You know, we nefarious over here. Big Tex Dallas says Dak fell to us in the fourth because of a DUI. He learned from it. He led the league in picks last year. He'll learn from it. Exactly. But one thing I see, I just want y'all to pay attention now. Don't get distracted. Pay attention to this. Okay, Dak did miss 5 games and he led the team, led the league in interceptions. But Josh Allen did pretty much the same thing. And you know, he had better stats because of Dak missing 5 games. But look at the differential. Dak Prescott gets heavily scrutinized and criticized. All kind of naysayers and unbelievers coming out the woodwork. And Josh Allen gets the cover of the cover of Madden. That's what he gets. Trap. I don't think y'all see the difference between being a Buffalo quarterback and being a Cowboys quarterback. If Josh Allen would have had the same year as a Cowboy, them boy would have been at his top. I'm telling you right now. But, you know, he had several more fumbles and stuff like that, but he did have more rushing yards and more passing yards due to Dak Prescott missing 5 games. But don't act like he just had this phenomenal year and nobody ever mentions him. So I just felt like that was pretty, you know, significant when you think about the big-time drastic differences between the way Dak Prescott is viewed from last year compared to how Josh Allen is viewed last year. That makes no sense to me. I just had to say that. I'm sorry. It makes absolutely no sense. And people just raving about Josh Allen, and just trying to crap on Dak Prescott like he is the worst quarterback or something. I just don't understand it. That's why y'all need people like us to fight for it, because we told you Dak ain't going to say nothing. We told you we the ones that got to do it because Dak is just like that. He's a upstanding citizen. He do not want to go back and forth with these media platforms. That's what we here for, though. Trap. And it ain't us fighting for Dak. You know what we fighting for? We fighting for what's right. That's a difference. It's not right that he get this certain level of criticism all the time for no reason. And I'm not saying he never did nothing, but if you compare the criticism he get compared to what other people get for the same type of stuff, it's nowhere near the type that he deserved. So that's what I say. I'm not fighting for no player. I'm fighting for what's right. If we see a player getting unfairly judged or unfairly treated, we got to speak on that, man. That's what I feel like. We got to fight for what's right. Don't let these people run the narratives of our team when we know our team. They don't know our team like we know our team. Trap. Shout out to Dwayne Brown with the $10 super. He says Dak about to ball out this year. 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 225 rushing. Man, hey, it's scary hours for them boys, I'm telling you. Dak finna make all these Eagles and all of these other haters and naysayers. I see it. This year, it ain't gonna be no question how good Dak is. It ain't gonna be no question. And I just can't wait. Miss Patrice said it, man. That's what new media here for. We ain't fighting for the player. We fighting for what's right. If Dak deserved the level of criticism he got, that's what he'll get. You know what I'm saying? But we know that it's obviously not right. They go on about Dak like he's the worst quarterback in the league, and that's craziness. Look at what Shady said. He's ass. You mean to tell me Dak deserved that? Come on, y'all. Like, let's be real. Y'all gonna say that Dak deserved that and Dak just destroyed his team? This is what we here for. We here to fight for what's right. Don't let that go over your head. I'm not a Dak apologist. I'm a person that's here to fight for what's right. That's what I'm here for. I'm sorry.
Trap.
And even if you low on Dak, you can't sit up here and tell me he deserved that level of disrespect and criticism. There's no way you can say that. That seems like we wasn't even a 12-5 team back-to-back years. That's what that seemed like. That's not true. But yeah, man, you know I be having to talk my talk. But shout out to Patrick No.C. Walker again. He said plenty to unpack here. Cowboys mini camp. Mazi Smith in the first team package with Jonathan Hankins. Chumanga Edoga getting left tackle look next to Tyler Smith. Preview of Mazi Smith versus Tyler Smith battle. That is going to be crazy, y'all.
Trap.
Man, I think I got this picture, but it's a picture of Mazi. This dude look like he's a load. This dude look like a bear out there, man. I'm telling you straight up. Man, I'm just happy we even drafted a guy like this. Like, I think we needed that, y'all. Like, we ain't seen a guy of that caliber on this team. Like, we always get them little small, little quick, penetrating type dudes in the defensive tackle. Now we got us a dog. We got us a beast in the middle, y'all. I cannot wait, man.
Trap.
Shout out to Mafia Minds GTA, man. Shout out to you, man, with the $20 super. He says Prescott is way better than Hurts' whole career to prove it. His first year was way better than Hurts' first year, but after one bad Prescott year and one good Hurts year, all of a sudden Hurts is worth MVP and Prescott is trash. Man, chill out.
Trap.
Let me say that again, because some of the wording kind of got me, but I do want people to make sure they understand what he said. He says, Prescott is way better than Hurts. Whole career to prove it. His first year was way better than Hurts' first year, but after one bad Prescott year and one good Hurts year, all of a sudden Hurts is worth MVP and Prescott is trash.
Trap.
And then what really grind my gears about it, Mafia Minds, when you think about it, Hurts ain't even proved this against our team, man. Now, I know he got to the Super Bowl. I understand that. But tell me what is the sense that make sense that Cowboy fans up here standing on the podium for Jalen Hurts. Like, he ain't even did nothing against your team, bro. People earn my respect after they smack my team. If you smack my team, I'm going to hush up about you. I'm just telling you straight up.
Trap.
I think that's only right, man. If you smack my team around, you going to get my respect. I'm going to be like, well, you know, he beat us. I mean, I can't say much about him. Like, you'll never hear me talking about San Francisco in an odd way, man. Them boys beat us 2 years in a row. But you hear the Eagles talk about Dak like he ain't just been smacking them around forever. So that's my point. It's like, it makes no sense. When a team beats you, they demand they respect. That's all I'm saying. Like, I just don't understand how people even how those two ideologies even coexist. Dak is trash, but he beat my team every year. Like, make that make sense.
Trap.
He is trash, but he be smacking my team around. I just don't understand why. Like, I don't know. HTM said Texas coach turning defenses to Texas toast. Hey, man, you dropping balls in here, sir? That's what you do.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
We got HTM nefarious, man. That's crazy. HTM in here dropping balls. Texas coach gonna turn defenses to Texas toast. And you know that boy Brandon Cook's gonna cook them as well. You understand me? I can't wait. Tom Down the Burning account says, I will say this, Hurts in his current system is better than Prescott under Kellens. I mean, they used him better, but I wouldn't say he better. No, absolutely not. I see what you're saying, but no. I say that Philadelphia OC used Hurts better. The stuff that they asked Hurts to do, Dak would have did that better than Hurts did. I'm telling you right now. Trap. Outside of some of the running stuff, because Hurts is a better runner than Dak. But I'm talking about like the quarterbacking stuff, not the running back stuff. I'm not talking about the running back stuff. But I feel like Philadelphia OC used his player better. Because you want to know why? It's simple. Do things that he does well. This is not rocket science, man. Like, I get what you're saying because it do seem like that to the naked eye. But when you realize the problem that our OC was, now you really see like, hey, maybe it was the OC. The OC wasn't doing common sense plays. He was doing ignorance. He was doing foolishness. Like, that's the problem. So I get what you're saying. It does seem that way. But if you take that layer off, if you take off that mask like on Scooby-Doo and see what really going on, now you can see that Kellen Moore was just using the players wrong. It's not, and then what lets you know that it was mostly your OC, right, Tom Downey? Because I know you got some, you be having some interesting takes, so just walk with me. This the way you can prove that it was not only just, it wasn't just, this how you prove that it was your OC. It was several people on this team that wasn't used correctly. Trap. That's what I'm saying, Tom Downey. Think about this now. You will have a point. Not now, you got a point, but you will have, it'll be hard for me to beat you if I say, if the situation was that Dak was the only one that was messed up like that. If it was only Dak the one struggling with this system. But that's not true. It was multiple people that struggled with this system throughout Kellen Moore's tenure. So if you take that one variable away, you know what I'm saying? If you take that one variable away, you probably would have been right. But when I test that theory on multiple people, like Tony Pollard and like Cooper, Amari Cooper, once you start doing that, it's evident who's the common denominator. That would be Kellen Moore. It's evident. Trap. After a while, when you take off, when you use that in the scientific method, you know what I'm saying? You take that variable away and you put it against other stuff. Now you can see that it was obvious that it was Kellen Moore was the common denominator. So I even gave Philly OC props because he was using the hell out of Jalen Hurts though. Just being real. Just being real. Trap. Because if y'all ain't been following me that long, y'all know I'm not the highest guy on Jalen. But what I say is, I don't think Jalen is trash. Like, don't get me confused. Jalen is a good quarterback. But I just get a little, what can I say? I get a little annoyed because I feel like a lot of people saying he's way better than he actually is. That don't mean that he's not a good quarterback, though. You see what I'm saying? He is a good quarterback. He's just nowhere near as high as they rating him and as they saying he is. I don't think that is true. But the things that Philadelphia was doing, this what let me know they OC was over there cooking. The things that they OC had Jalen Hurts doing, every single thing, I was like, yeah, he can do that. Oh, yeah, Jalen can do that. Every single time, I'm like, oh, he can do that. Now, it was only a few plays like every game or so, maybe a few throws where I was like, okay, now that's a better Jalen. Okay, now that's a better Jalen. Because y'all know I'm a Bama fan. I've been watching this boy since he first started. So I know exactly what Jalen was capable of compared to what he's doing now. It was only a few instances that made me be like, okay, now that's a better Jalen. Okay, now I ain't seen Jalen do that. That didn't happen much. So that is a tip of the hat to they OC. They OC did a masterful job in maximizing Jalen Hurts. You just got to give him his props. So I see what you're saying, Tom, but I have to respectfully go the other way and say, it was Kellen Moore, y'all. Kellen Moore didn't even use Coop, man. Coop couldn't do nothing on the Kellen Moore. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Action Power with the $2 super. He says Hurts gonna get exposed this year with the read-option rule. Oh, that's gonna definitely hurt them. I did see that they said you can't forward hand the ball off no more. I gotta make sure. Don't quote me. I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate yet because I ain't do no research. I just seen this on Twitter, so forgive me. But I've been hearing that the forward handoff rule may be illegal now. So that'll really hurt the RPO game as far as Jalen Hurts go. Because that was mostly their whole offense winning. You know what I'm saying? That was mostly their whole offense. So we'll have to see how that work out, y'all. I'm really interested in seeing that if that's a real deal. HTM, let me know if that's a real rule, sir. I know you probably by your what you call. He said that's not accurate at all. I'll send you the rule after the show. Okay, so it's not accurate. That's what you're saying. Cause I didn't want to confirm it because I just only seen it on Twitter, and I'm not just gonna believe it because I seen it on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Action Power says, "Yep, that's it. It's gonna be considered a legal forward pass now." I'm gonna have to see. ATM said he gonna show it to me. You can't move forward and hand the ball off. So long as you standing still, Fresh King, that what it sound like. Long as you standing still, you could do it. Tom Downey says, spot on analysis, landlord. I think Dak with Mike is gonna be nice. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Tom, I don't know if I think you used to be around like a long time ago and then you came back. I don't know if you know, like I'm one of the most logical people. Like, if you right, bro, I'm going to say, oh, yeah, you right. Like, I ain't going to argue with you for no reason. Like, I'm going to be like, okay, you right. You got me. But, you know, if I disagree, I'm going to be able to articulate why I disagree. HTM said, yes, it's only illegal past the line of scrimmage, and I've never seen a forward handoff as it is. I don't get the second part. What you saying, you ain't never seen what they trying to ban? Basically. So it ain't gonna affect nothing. That's what it sound like to me. That's what it sound like to me. Oh, Miss Regina put the link in there. I can't even click it right now. Let me see. Let's see. Can we pull it up on the fly? It says NFL forward handoff rule states that the ball can be handed to only an eligible receiver when the carrier is behind the scrimmage line. The result of the penalty will be 5 yards and a replay on downs. The new NFL rule changes 2023 modified 17 existing rules. Dang, it modified 17 existing rules. Good Lord. 2023 NFL rule changes. Oh, they got all of them. They got all the rule changes. We ain't got to go over all of them, but okay. That's interesting. I might go over all of them tomorrow or something. Or maybe with HTM. We finna do a show with HTM after this. So make sure y'all spin the block. But I'm going to have to look more into that. That's interesting. Because that could be something that hinder them because their whole game was basically RPO. Shout out to Night Owl Cowboy over there on Facebook, man. I appreciate your support. You be sharing and stuff. I really do appreciate you, sir. He says, I beg to differ. He has to design and run plays that's plays towards your quarterback script. And Kellen Moore was a different style quarterback, and he didn't have a clue what a mobile quarterback needs. Yeah, it seemed like that too, didn't it? But, Miss Elder says we need a little like break real quick. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for your boy. Don't make me big up here now. Don't do that. Please. Please hit that like and share. Please. I said I'm trying to beat up the algorithm like Dak beat the Eagles. That's every single day. You know, he beat the Eagles every day. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I think we in a good spot with that. But I'm really ready to see how that rule really affects the game, because I'm still not super clear on what they mean. I have to really do some digging on it. Tom said landlord eating crow is still a meal. I'm wrong all the time. Love your show. I appreciate you. I'm wrong all the time too, bro. I'm not above being wrong, bro. Like, I ain't one of them crazy content creators. Like, I'm not above it. I understand that I will be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Trap. Appreciate you, Mr. Keith Shepard with the $19.99. I appreciate you, sir. He says number 4 will be hoisting up a Super Bowl championship trophy this year, other than the Man of the Year trophy last year. I believe in karma the way Eagles fans booed him when he received his Man of the Year award. Yeah, man, they the worst thing that y'all. Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. Look, it's hard to say we gonna win the Super Bowl for sure, but I'm telling you right now, I say this. This will be our best shot that we done had since I can remember. I feel like this will be the best shot. So, of course, you're going to need some luck within that process. You're going to need some luck on the health end. You may need a little luck on a call or two. You know what I'm saying? This game is very complex. But I say that with my chest. I feel like this is the best shot we done had in a long time. And I feel like we'll go further than we done went in a long time. But with a little luck, I believe we can get it done, y'all. Real talk. Trap. Shout out to Choctaw in the building. What's happening, man? You done took your woosah today, sir. You know what I'm saying? I hope you done woosah and then you did your meditation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I hope you did your meditation. That's my dog, man. Y'all be getting Choctaw going, man. That's my dog, though. ACM said it might need a dropped interception like the Rams did. This is what I'm telling you, bro. This is a complicated game, bro. Like, I just can't say for sure, because it could be like the Saints, like, you know, a call that don't get called. Don't that sound like the Cowboys? So you need a little luck involved, man. Like a pass interference that's obvious that didn't get called, or a catch that was made that obviously didn't get called a catch. Like, trap. This is the type of stuff that happens to us. So I want to make sure we at least get it. We need a little luck that's involved in it too. We definitely need luck on the health end, and we need a little luck from these referees to call the game the way it should be called, and actually, you know what I'm saying, call a fair game too, man. So I really got a good feeling about this team, though. Joe Tranchina in the building says NFL have a new rule for the Eagle fans. Wait a minute, Joe. You be going crazy. Joe finna set me up. Joe, you trying to give me counsel. I already see it. Nah, I can't read that on here, man. I can't read that. Joe trying to get me out of here. I love it, though. Y'all be hilarious to me. Tom says, if Dallas does win the Super Bowl, I hope Jerry has a Super Bowl parade in every other team's home city to celebrate as well. Hey, that'll be some GOAT level trolling right there, winning Tom, like, no lie. Trap. Chata said, please, I just be trying to chill, laugh, and enjoy debates. Yeah, man, like, you know, it's easy debate, bro. Like, you know, just don't. All I say is no personal attacks. Can we at least have that rule in the trap? No personal attacks. Attack the person's arguments. You know what I'm saying? Don't attack the person. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to say you're stupid or this and that. You can say, you know what I'm saying? Attack their arguments. That's all I can say. Just attack the arguments, not the person. You got us the poet in the bed that said, ooh, I walked in on a good conversation. Dallas going to the Super Bowl. Absolutely, man. I ain't scared to say we got a good chance. Like, don't let nobody punk you out from being a real fan. Don't let nobody do that, man. Don't let nobody do that. Tom says, could you imagine Dallas hosting up a Super Bowl parade, hosting a Super Bowl parade in Philly? Man, hey, we're going to have security out there. We'll been had to smack some out there. Them boys will be hating, going crazy. But Miss Gina said the most ignorant thing in the world is disrespecting Dak's foundation in memory of his mother. Man, it's sad, Miss Regina. That's the scum of the earth, Miss Gina. I'm just sorry. They just scum. You know? They that stuff that gets stuck on the bottom of your shoe. You know what I'm saying? They really don't even deserve airtime in the trap. They really don't. You know what I'm saying? Them boys really don't even deserve airtime. They are very distasteful human beings over there. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't recommend them people to anybody. I wouldn't wish them on my worst enemy. I would not. This man helping the world and y'all wanna hate him out. That's crazy to me. This man out here helping the world and they booed him. It's crazy. Big Tex Dallas says, who the hell wants to be in Philly? They don't even want to be there. I'm just saying, straight up. I feel exactly the same way, bro. I wouldn't dare go to no Philadelphia. Like, who want to be there? I'm in Alabama, and I can say that. I don't care, you know. You know what I'm saying? At least the weather's great in Alabama, you know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all talking about. We at least got good weather. You know what I'm saying? Philly said Philly would ride. Yeah, they would. I like school on Saturdays. No class. Ooh, you dropping bars today, ain't you, T. Foster? You dropping bars today, ain't you, man? Miss Gina said Dak has class. He is always showing he is the better man. He is. Man, Dak is probably the best type of quarterback we could have had, man. Like, I just don't think y'all understand, like, what we could have had. We could have had an old crazy dude that was arguing on Twitter and stuff all the time. We could have had a real nefarious dude. Dak is the opposite of nefarious. You know what I'm saying? That's Dak. He is the opposite. Landlord, my drink came out my nose. Y'all crazy. Hey, I'm just saying, man, like, I think we could have been in a way worse situation if we got a different kind of quarterback. So I think we really take that for granted. We really do. And we done had them so long now that we just be like, it's automatic. Dak just leading people and doing Herculean type things. It's just normal work. It's nothing impressive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Dak is just, being cordial with Jerry Jones and not rocking the boat too much and still got the respect of the team. It's just normal work. That's something easy to be done, Trap. Could have had Kyler Murray. Could have had somebody that didn't even want to study. You know what I'm saying? Then they had to go back on the statement. Them boys said that they know they had that in the contract for a reason. So don't try to act like y'all ain't mean it. They said what they said. And Kyler Murray had to come out and comment on it.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
I wasn't talking to you, Siri. I was not talking to you. Imagine if we had Rodgers. Imagine if your quarterback for America's team came on here and said he been taking hallucinogens. Like, imagine that. Imagine if your quarterback of your team came on here and said he was high on shrooms. Y'all would have drugged him. Man, y'all would have drugged this man. Like, so I don't even want to hear y'all talking like y'all wouldn't have. And it wouldn't have mattered what he did on the field. Y'all would have drugged this man from here to the Himalayas. No problem. Big dude, 38. Hold on. Y'all talking to each other. I don't do that. Shout out to Cajun Cowboy in the building. What's happening? But yeah, y'all would have drugged that boy. Dak would have said, well, yeah, I've been on some shrooms. Man, y'all would have canceled Dak Prescott. So I don't want to hear it, man. I don't want to hear it. It could have been way worse for us. What if you had somebody that wasn't a leader? You had a Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? That couldn't even galvanize the troops. Couldn't even rally nobody. Nobody wanted to rally behind him. You could have had so many worse situations. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody need to do a parody or something off of that. I want to see what Dallas' reaction would be if the quarterback came up there and just told everybody he's been on mushrooms, bro. That's just man, bro, that would have made national news. That would have been everywhere. Like, everybody would have been talking about that. That would have been crazy. I don't even think people understand, like, ain't no way we would have survived that. Dwayne Brown said the 4-letter networks will be killing Dak along with his haters. Straight up. They still, man, you will still see some media outlets still talking about Dak when he got jumped on spring break. Like, they'll still bring up. That was way in Mississippi State. They still bring that up sometimes. So, you know, they'll talk about that forever. T. Foster said, Lord, that's how he would start off his press coverage. That joke would be so funny. Hey, I would never stop laughing at that. That come up here, well, how's it going, guys? Sound like Jason Garrett. Here go the speech impersonation, y'all. Well, how's it going, guys? I've been on shrooms. Oh man, that's too much for me. Boy, you can just imagine how much of a circus it'll be out there. Like, man, they'll be going crazy. You've been on what, Dak? What you did last season? They like, we know what you did last summer, Dak Prescott. We know what you did last summer. Y'all know, man, I just be having fun up here, man. But, man, I promise somebody got to do a skit, man. Somebody got to do a skit and act like Dak Prescott said the same stuff that Aaron Rodgers said. That would be hilarious. Yeah, lights up, y'all. Don't tell me you're stealing, man. Don't tell me you're stealing. Y'all know I just be up here having fun with y'all. I enjoy this, man. I think y'all can tell I do. And, you know, I'm just trying to get better at it every day, be consistent and stuff like that. But, okay. Tell them all, here I come. But, yeah, man, I got some life stuff going on. But I appreciate all the love and support, man. I'm finna get ready to do a show very shortly with HTM Sports. But I got to end this thing. I got some people coming to work on the house. But I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Let's go. Let's get it. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all the love and support. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I enjoyed y'all today, man. Y'all know it ain't no credit on no damn Friday. Y'all know that. You understand? Thank God it's Friday. And like I say, 1K, 1 love, Cowboys Nation. Let's go.